Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this week's Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer Weekly Race here on Speed Gaming. Tonight's matchup features Cobra 52, Meaty Guy DP, S Diesel, and High Flyer. Hi, everyone. LOZ Cards Fan 23 joining on the call, and with me here is Leslie Pro 04. Tonight, we are dealing with the Group 2 flags, so that means we're going to have the end card game in play, and hammers will break lock. So kind of a little bit of getting our feet wet again in preparation for this year's tournament.
Oh, yes, it is good to be back on Saturday night for Mario 3 Rando. Worth noting off the top that after this week, we'll be back in 2 weeks because next week is AGDQ. So we got to save some of the hype for that too. But tonight's going to be very hype.
Yeah, absolutely. Here again for a High Flyer. To me, it looks like a newcomer. I mean, I very well could be wrong about that. Obviously, the other three we've seen them many times before. Cobra 52 being a champion himself of the tournament. So I expect to see a lot of action, a lot of excellent gameplay, and who knows, maybe we'll see a lot of trolliness in the form of, I don't know, maybe 7-5 or 5-9 or maybe Atlantis. Anyways, it should be fun.
Absolutely, and for World to start, I'm going to say World 6 because yesterday we got our first real major snowfall of the year, so makes sense to me.
I'm with Diesel Pal. I see he put World 1, Vanilla 1. Give me World 1 here right now. Let's take a look at what we're going to start with, and it is... You are right, Leslie. It is indeed World 6. Good prognostication skills there.
I already see some divergence with the pipes as Midi Guy takes a different pipe than the other three runners, and it's going to pay off for him as it sticks him in the middle of two forts, with the first one being 5F1.
I highly doubt that other fort's going to be 5F2, but I've seen stranger things. Notice that you see the two panel 10s there. That means there is just two forts, not three. And yeah, indeed. Sledgehammer Bros underwater, but it looks like S Diesel's in a safe haven and takes him down. Let's see what he gets for his reward. It is going to be a hammer. And remember what I said, hammers do break locks.
That could help. Unfortunately for High Flyer, one of the hammers came down in a pattern that was extremely difficult to avoid. Even that one I can't avoid. So, yeah, unfortunate. Gets payback with a Fire Flower to get the hammer.
And our second fort here of World 6 is 3F2. Something that you typically see a lot in World 8, but we got a little bit of a divergence, and hey, variety is the spice of life.
Oh, it definitely is. 3F2, pretty simple level. It really does test your underwater swimming skills and avoiding things such as those ghosts called Stretch.
Ah, so they do have an actual name. I always just call them carpet boos, but if they're known as Stretch, then Stretch they shall be known. Down goes Boom Boom for Meaty Guy. Look at the swagness, picking up the orb on that little ledge there, and Cobra now right behind his Boom Boom fight. No problem at all. He's going to do the same thing. You'll love to see it.
Well, not exactly the same thing, but what this would be in terms of love to see, Homer Simpson would love this level because it's the donut level 5-5. Because,
donuts. Oh, but S Diesel running into Stretch, and we see one of the nasty beta levels. This is the 5-3 beta. No power-ups to be found here, and Cobra taking a death. And Meaty Guy is ready to go. I bet you Cobra's going to pick that other panel. Sure. There's 5-5.
Yeah, that's an instance where if you enter that small and you got another option, take the intentional 100 coin fine, as we call it, and just see what the other level is. In this case, that's a good call because it's a better level, by far. Not always the case, but spicy fire kill by Midi Guy.
Yeah, bopped him in the head and then finished it off with a fireball. It was at least a 3-hit Lemmy there. So, Meaty Guy, the first of our 4 featured runners to be moving on to the second world. So, people in chat, tell me, what do you think is going to be our next world? Let's go in reverse order. How about 5 next?
Yeah, I'll say 4 just to go even odds. Watch it be all even, then all the odd.
I've seen that happen a few times before in commentary. You very well could be right here. As now S Diesel is taking a shot here at the 5-3 bait, as Cobra gets the fire kill on Lemmy, and High Flyer also in the 5-3. And you're right again, 2 for 2 is Leslie Pros. We have Fort Knox, and usually when you see Fort Knox as one of the forts, 7F2 is sure to follow.
There's something else that I saw. This World 4 has 3 forts.
Ooh, the only question is, how many of those 3 forts need to be played? Maybe this is the one that's going to build the requisite bridge to get to the airship. That's what Meaty Guy is hoping for, but who knows? I'm going to say 7F2 and World 1 will be the other forts, because usually when you see 3 forts, you typically see World 1 as one of them as kind of a throwaway fort.
Yeah, the reason we call that a throwaway fort is because the game's logic is going to assume that you're going to go for the item. So while that lock may... Hey, nice! While that lock may not be required per se, that lock can be in a rather inopportune location.
And just based on the way that this world is set up, gotta believe that my guesses are correct. I'm saying 7F2 and World 1, but we're never going to know because there is a way to just get past it.
Yeah, hammer the lock. Or if this 4-1 with a boss bass had been a really gross level, because both S Diesel and High Flyer get out of the first world of this seed. And now
we're making a match on the end card game with the flowers. Now remember, what you see is not exactly what you get, but 2 matches from Cobra gets flowers and stars, and we'll see if he shows us the inventory or nope. He's gonna make us forget about it. Ooh, 7-1.
Okay, this is where it gets hard. Second try. I was about to say that clip is sub-pixel perfect when you have a tail, and Cobra just made it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Yeah, well played there for Macobra to get that wall clip in 7-1. Meaty Guy will have no tail to deal with, and he gets it on the second try as well.
Nice. Keeps even with Macobra, who had a bit of trouble with Fire Bros and water. That is quite nasty.
Meanwhile, both S Diesel and High Flyer both dealing with Fort Knox right now. And Macobra playing a fort. We have 6F1, the escalator fort. Interesting. I guess Macobra does not have a hammer, so he's going to have to play through one of the forts that are in his way.
Yeah, there's only... Wait a minute.
Yeah, I don't understand it either, Leslie. I wonder why he's playing this fort. Maybe he's saving. I'm as confused as you are, but we're just the commentators. We're not the runners here. As we have the World 7 airship, Meaty Guy the first one to that airship.
Yeah, this is a pretty long airship that is a very long auto scroller. Oh, I know what happened. Macobra faded the required fort and is gonna last location 7F after playing 7F2. You absolutely hate to see it. I get the gamble, but in this case, it was the wrong decision to make.
Yeah, absolutely. And I get Macobra's decision. And, you know, it tends to happen sometimes where the fort, when you have multiple forts, at least from my experience, I don't know about your experience, Leslie, but from my experience, usually the fort closest to start does not build the bridge. But unfortunately, in Macobra's case, this was the case this time around. And yeah, Macobra just took a gamble, and as you mentioned, come up 3 lemons. You hate to see it, but that's Randomizer for you.
Oh, it definitely is, without a doubt. And how about World 2? Just get the last even number world out the way.
Let's see if Leslie just goes 3 for 3 here, and he does! Unbelievable!
Are you kidding me?
Leslie is 3 for 3.
Are you kidding me?
Speaking of are you kidding me, Leslie, we got Atlantis, and hopefully a Jugum Cloud is on the tap, and yeah, that was the item from the princess there, and gonna use a P-Wing, not gonna take any chances, and probably a good idea because we have 5-6.
Yeah, this is a level that without a tail, you have to be a little... And without the auto-scroller turned on, you have to be a little patient, because if you try to rush it and not hold up, then you're going to have a Buzzy Beetle not spawn where you need it, and as a result, take a fall.
Alright, here's S-Diesel. He gets the clip pretty quickly as well, my word. Everybody's getting these clips very nicely done, and good use of the star there for High Flyer, because those were Fire Bros and another underwater scene gonna pick up a star here.
Use a star, get a star. Never a bad thing.
Not at all.
All I know is Macobra cannot be happy with how that gamble just completely backfired. Does get one match. That's one miss. That's two misses, but he did match the 20 coin. Midi Guy is checking the lay of the land. There's two forts here, and he's just gonna hammer the rock or no? He's making a decision here. And he decides to use the hammer and then P-Wing. Now we get a hand level. This level is actually a level where you get an item at the end. It's the same and it's randomized every seed. Hey, it's a fire flower. That's a good one. And chat pointing out the 20 coin is an A1 up. So, not bad. Now we get the World 5 airship at the end of World 2.
Yeah, I will say this much. Meaty Guy should have been more decisive in using that hammer there. I mean, those are the kind of decisions that could cost you tournament races there. He should have just used the hammer right then and there. I mean, I get wanting to save that hammer for maybe a better situation, but I think that's a good spot to use that hammer right there for Meaty Guy. Now Macobra sees the ugliness known as Atlantis. Looks like he's going to play it out.
And Flyer's also doing the same. No, well, Flyer's the one playing it out. Oh, nice statue stomp underwater. I love it.
Now, Macobra changed his mind after realizing, wait a minute, I got a Jugum Cloud. I'm going to use it right here. Now, he's got to be careful here, because if he fails here in 5-6, and 5-6 is not the easiest level in the world with those Parabeetles, he's going to have to play Atlantis after all, but lucky for him, he is through, no problem.
I would have said World 1 in case you're wondering if I would have been right or not, folks. So, 3 for first 3. You don't see that every day, folks. Just saying.
And we've got now the Iceberg. This is the 6-2 beta that Meaty Guy's in right now.
Nice stomp off the Cheep to get up and over to the pipe without having to take a very cold swim, which at this time of year would be extremely unpleasant, especially for those of us living in colder climates.
Oh my god, it was really cold yesterday morning. We were double digits below zero, so yeah, I would not want to get into that water right now.
Ugh, I thought it was bad this morning, but it was... Ugh, I wouldn't want that, no. High Flyer takes a death in 5-6, but by virtue of playing Atlantis and not clouding it, doesn't have to worry about it.
Here's the World 2 fort for Meaty Guy, the Spike fort here. He's in the home stretch of it. It just needs to get 5 fireballs landed on Boom Boom, and he does exactly that. So he'll move on to the next level. Meanwhile, we've got S-Diesel using a fire suit as he also naturally cleared Atlantis. And here's the World 1 fort.
Yeah, so the lock for this World 1 fort is at the start of the world. So while it's blocking a Toad House, which is about as inopportune as it gets, not going to be able to get the item today because didn't come into the level with a tail. Now, you can clip past that door to get to Boom Boom and not deal with this spiky room that Macobra's in. I want to say that saves about 7-8 seconds, maybe, if you get it first try.
Oh, no,
Oh,
Meaty
Mini
Guy.
Guy flies in 4F2.
Yep, short of the jump there. He kind of jumped a little early, seeing that Boo Diddley there, and it cost him. Should have probably coaxed it out first, then make the jump. That's a long distance jump there, and he just didn't quite have enough to make it happen.
Yeah, long distance indeed.
Meanwhile, we've got Macobra here in the Ice Fort 6F2. So 1 and 6F2 here in this World 2 as Meaty Guy takes care of Boom Boom. We've got both S Diesel and High Flyer neck and neck. They're in 3-9. High Flyer trying to deke that blooper, and he does. So both him and S Diesel moving on.
So the fort that Mini Guy just finished, 4F1, that wound up being the correct fort for clearing out World 7. Oh, but gets Karibo stomped in the pyramid.
Yep, he just got a boot to the head, as it were, Leslie.
Yep. And one more for Jenny and the Wimp.
You got the reference. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, the pyramid stage here, yeah, you never like to see the Karibo shoes here. And, of course, you have to use the Parabeetle to break the bricks unless, of course, you're sporting some kind of tail.
Yeah, it's an interesting level and a challenging one at that. It's also a level where enemy randomization is limited to enemies that do not impact the level. Such as the Buzzy Beetles, the Ceiling Buzzy Beetles. Those are required to beat the level, so this enemy randomization does not touch those enemies.
There's the end card game for Meaty Guy, but knowing his skills is like, bump this end card game. I'm fine with the inventory that I've got right now. Hey, you mentioned that 4F1 paired up with 4F2, so yet again, the two most popular World's Forts ended up pairing up in tonight's race. We've got Cobra finishing off the third world, but Meaty Guy about to finish off the fourth world, and Ludwig has definitely got some height in those jumps. 2 hits is not enough. How about 3? No dice.
Somebody wound up giving Ludwig high jump boots from a Metroid game.
Yes, indeed, but Meaty Guy takes care of him in 4, and we'll move on to the next level. We get a leaf from the princess as we've got World 7. I'm going to try the reverse order thing again. World 5 is going to be up next for Meaty Guy, is my guess.
Not a bad guess. But I'm going to say 3. Time for some Seaside.
High Flyer's going to have to be careful. Down to 0 extra lives, so he takes a death. It's going to be game over for him, and uh-oh. Can he take care? Ooh, lucky dodge there. And a 1-up.
That is extremely clutch. Oh, Mini Guy entering 7-6. I do not think he wanted to do that. He's probably going to nope out of this as soon as he can. But killing that Fire Chomp's going to mean it's going to take just a little bit longer.
Yeah, it does look like he's going to take the 100-coin fine as High Flyer does pick up a Fire Flower for completing that hand stage. Now he's off to the fort, and we'll see what happens here in 7-6. Doesn't get it on the first attempt. Fourth attempt, not too bad there for Meaty Guy.
Also, if you have a P-Wing, this is a level where you can fly up and over the top, which is actually faster than clipping.
That is true. I don't know if Meaty Guy had any P-Wing. By the way, you got it right. It was World 3, so you're 4 for 5 now.
And High Flyer appears to be in position for a screen wrap, courtesy of an off-screen wand grab, which you can do with a P-Wing. But you can also set... Oh, just missed it by that much.
Oh, indeed. Next up, we've got 3-8 without Boss Bass for Meaty Guy, as High Flyer does complete the world, so he'll be moving on to that fourth world, which again is going to be World 7. That's where S Diesel and Macobra are right now. But I'll tell you what, right now, Meaty Guy flying through this seed, he definitely has established a healthy lead on his opponents, able to dodge the fireworks. We'll move on to the next level.
One thing that Macobra has that Meaty Guy doesn't is one of those Hammer Bros that he skipped in World 2 had a cloud.
Yeah, and if there's a nasty level, like a 7-5 with Boss Bass that ends up being required, Macobra could use that cloud, and, if Meaty Guy struggles with it, could take a lead, of course. No guarantee we're going to see 7-5 in the first place. So, Meaty Guy looking at the map, I believe he's come to the conclusion that there is a lock guarding Wendy's castle here, as he's now on 7-3.
This level is known in the vanilla game for getting a star early, running through, hitting the correct block, getting another star. I've called this level Starman Run for that reason, because it's just a fun little romp level that you can just keep getting stars and just running right through.
Yeah, 7-3 has it, of course. The Muncher Run, 7-7, also has that same continuous star. I believe 3-2 has it as well. So, yep. But you got to make sure you get it quick enough, otherwise that star turns into coin. As Macobra gets hitboxed by Ludwig, but lucky for him, that was the last hit, that fourth hit. He'll move on to the next world, and Meaty Guy now in 4F1. Now, wait just a minute here. They did not pair. 4F1 and 4F2 did not pair. So that other world, that other fort, we never saw it. Or no, we did see it, but it was. Yep.
And that's an end card that Meaty Guy is not going to be able to avoid. Let's see if he clears it.
He's only got 8 cards left. There's the one up. That's a match. Can he find that mushroom? He does. The star. Yeah, he clears the board. Well done. Macobra now gets the clip. Very nicely done, but this is never a pleasant stage to see a Boss Bass. 7-2 where High Flyer is.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the less friendly levels to see.
That's the reason why, because you could get stomped trying to build that bridge and right into the mouth of the Boss Bass, as Meaty Guy does break the lock to get to Wendy's castle. We have the World 1 fort. Oh, that's right. It was the Spike fort. That was the other fort that paired up with 4F2 in World 7.
Every so often we get a seed that won't stick the World 4 forts together, but the World 7 forts get stuck together, and you get baited into thinking 7F2 is required, when it's not. Meaty Guy, nice fire kill on Wendy Okupa. You love to see it.
Oh, absolutely. We got some flame-broiled Baconators on the table taking down Wendy there, so 2 left. Is it going to be 1 or 5, Leslie? You've been on a roll.
Chat, I saw a World 5 in chat. I'm going to say World 1. Just being a little contradictory here.
All right, sounds good. Let's see if you can finish off the day with a 5 out of 6er. Get a Jugum Cloud, and nope, chat was right.
Chat got that one, and that's the only fort in World 5, because there is a 10 panel in sight. You do not see a 10 panel in vanilla. Nope.
Also, this is my favorite Boss Bass in the Randomizer whenever you get one in 4-2, because it glitches out and turns into a giant Goomba. That is always my favorite.
Yeah, Boss Bass and the giant enemies do not get along. And Fred has yet to find a way to fix that.
And I hope he doesn't find a way to fix that. It needs to stay like that. Meanwhile, Macobra sees a nasty level here in 6-5.
Yeah, this is one of the 2 levels where flight is required to clear it, the other being 7F1, aforementioned. Oh, and Meaty Guy's a Boss Bass meal!
So anybody on Team Boss Bass, you got your wish, a free meal. And yep, 2-3, more often than not, home to a Boss Bass, and Meaty Guy's a victim.
I'm surprised S-Diesel's not using a P-Wing for 7-6 to go up and over. Instead, it's going to use a Jugum Cloud. Also a valid strat, but it's probably just done with a level, which, again, also makes sense. Because you get into an... Oh no, Meaty Guy gets caught at the end of 2-3.
Ooh, and that is going to cost him some valuable time. The only problem is that Macobra is not able to take advantage, because I believe this was a level that Meaty Guy skipped out on, this 5-6 here. Or 6-5, I beg your pardon. As High Flyer gets past the pyramid level, takes down the Sludge Bro, and that's a good idea. He was down to just 1 extra life. He'll gladly take the fireworks and add 5 to his stock.
I like this strategy, and I agree with it, because I've had seeds personally where I run into lives trouble, and it's a great counter strategy to get out of such a situation. I mean, another strat is to take a game over at the start of the world to get your lives back, which is also a valid strat. Or...
Ooh, two-hitter. Macobra was lucky there because he had just lost his fire suit, but was able to take down Wendy. Meanwhile, Meaty Guy now on one of the 4 Bowser military stages. We've got the Air Force.
Now in the vanilla game, the Air Force is a fast-moving auto-scroller where you have little time to line up your jumps and jump before the game pushes you off the platform and down the pit.
Oh no! Do you see what's waiting on the top of 6-5 there? We have a fire nipper, so you have to find a shell to take up there. Because you're never going to get up there with a tail.
That is a disgusting act. For sure.
And it's unfortunately that we had that on there live here on Speed Gaming. That is definitely disgusting.
And Meaty Guy takes the Paradox Pipe.
Yep, he's going to play these 3 levels here, starting with, this is 6-3.
Yep, fire enemy set here with that Fire Chomp. Which is one you gotta be careful with, because you don't get much margin of error with those enemies, as Mario can't stomp on a number of them.
High Flyer getting the second try, tail clip on 7-6, very nicely done there, and S. Diesel sees the bad news, the lock blocking his progress to get to the airship.
Yep, and with no hammer, no choice.
And he's going to have to play the World 8 for it here.
Yep, the Dark Door maze.
High Flyer now going to have to deal with 6-5 again with that nasty enemy set.
And to wrap up World 5 is 6-10. Meaty Guy going for the wall jump, doesn't get it first try, so opts to just, and High Flyer gets the bad news about 6-5.
Actually, 6-9 is where Meaty Guy is. 6-10 is the one that has all those frozen blocks that if you have a fire suit, you can melt them and collect coins, or, unfortunately, reveal munchers.
Yeah, I get the 2 crossed up, but as for High Flyer, he's seen what he has to do with 6-5. Let's see if he can get it done. I'm pretty sure he can, because he's shown a lot of skill to this point.
Oh, absolutely, here, and he does have it ready to go. Does not get sniped there by that fire nipper, and takes it down. Very well done.
Meanwhile, look at this. Macobra's shrunk the gap to mere 3 stages on Meaty Guy.
Yeah, this is not over yet. Macobra trying to catch up after taking that incorrect gamble back in World 4.
Yeah, well, if you're going to take a gamble like that, if you do it early, you're going to have time to recover. Oh, Roy's heavy.
Roy is heavy, and he's at least a 3-hitter. He's at least a 4-hitter, Leslie. He is a 4-hit Earthquake, and down goes Roy. Meaty Guy will move on to World 1.
Now, what Meaty Guy didn't try for there is, if you're set up properly, you can actually get enough P-speed in the World 3 or 6 airship and fly up to attempt an off-screen wand grab. The timing on that is very tight, as I have found out for myself.
Oh, High Flyer in some trouble here, but again, lucky, just a 2-hitter, and blazes her in the end just for good measure. So they'll be moving on to World 5 also. 1 fort, it is required because there is a lock guarding it. So we've now got, I believe, 6-7 on the board for Meaty Guy.
Yep, an auto-scroller that if you're trying to get all the white toad houses, there's a level where you have to have fire at the end because a lot of the coins are frozen. We don't see that strat often in Rando because it's just not worth it most of the time, especially when you have to go through so many frozen blocks.
Not to mention that usually inside is a nasty enemy. I know in the vanilla game it's just a paratrooper, but in randomizer it could be something real nasty. So if you have a fire flower, even if you wanted to melt those coins, it's generally not worth it unless you have a tame enemy.
Or if you see an angry sun floating around up there, but even then I don't think it's worth it.
Especially not in a race situation. If I were to do it casually, I'd try for sure, but I don't usually get there with a fire flower in 6-7. I usually lose it or I have the tail, one or the other. Meanwhile, Meaty Guy does take care of 5F2, the lone fort. There's the end card game. He's looking at his inventory. 3 music boxes, uses one of them here, and we finish off with the World 6 airship, and High Flyer in some trouble here. Oh, that was a close call there, Les.
Oh, you are not kidding. Either he was going to get got by the shell, the Micro Goomba in a box, or the Boss Bass. Manages to evade all 3.
Very nicely done there. And here's Meaty Guy taking on Larry. Down he goes. He'll be moving on to World 8 first. So people in chat, predict how many bridges it is going to take to build the path to Bowser's Castle. It could be anywhere from 0 to 4, or if you guess -1, that means that there is a bridge on that screen, but it's not required, as Wed Wizrobe indicates in chat.
I'm just going to say 2, just to have some fun.
A single bridge will be my guess.
High Flyers entered Air Force, while Meaty Guy has entered World 8, and it's wow.
That is a linear start to this World 8, Leslie.
Absolutely. And we start in the Dark Maze with not really too many options left to go. Meaty Guy going for Lay of the Land. I think we've seen just about everything except, well, this is 7-7. And I think Meaty Guy's gonna play it out. Yep, he's playing it out.
Yep, because he wants to see what's on the other side of those pipes, and he must complete this level in order to do so. And we did see the 1 lock, so 4 bridges, unfortunately, is out of play. Still could be 3. We didn't see any of the locks here on the hand bridge, so if there are more locks, it's going to be in the very dark area that you can't really see at the moment.
And the hands are grabby, but this is a fast level as it's a beta level in World 5.
Yeah, he called either the 5-4 or the 5-8 beta. They both kind of make sense to me. And Meaty Guy dodging all of those fire enemies there, very well played, and is also able to dodge
oh
fireworks.
No, S Diesel just got eaten by a giant Goomba!
Oh! Yeah, if you're on Team Boss Bass, or maybe I guess Team Macro Goomba, you'll love to see that, but if you're the Eraser, not so much. Cobra now in the Navy, where he can sail the 7 seas, hoping that this is one that breaks an important lock or builds a bridge. 2 bridges, only 1 required, so I guess 1 is the answer.
And it's 6F3 that Meaty Guy is in, while Macobra has finished off the Navy.
Oh, but that is not the one. That is not the one that builds the bridge. So Meaty Guy could have the inside track here. Maybe it is Carpet Fort. That is the ticket to victory. If not, we keep playing.
Macobra's found the answer. I think he found it a little faster by playing the Navy.
I agree. And, well, he sees 7-7. That would be the normal tank level that you see, and he's going to take the fine.
Or in this case, take a bite.
Right. But if 6F3 was the ticket, it built the other bridge! We keep playing, Leslie.
So what could it be?
Well, I'll tell you what, you see that tank? That's the super tank level, but Macobra's going to bypass it. Ooh. And now Meaty Guy's at the Navy, which we know is not the one that's going to build the bridge. But Macobra's now in 3F1, door 3 or door 6 forward. 50-50 chance, Leslie, that this is the fort that's going to build that bridge for Macobra.
Oh, that's possible, but when you add another fort to the mix, your chances drastically go down.
See, Leslie, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for these forerunners in the tournament.
High Flyer definitely got the off-screen one grab that time. There were two.
Right.
I think Macobra has it. Maybe guys keep 1-2, takes the dive. It was another lock.
We're going to find out if Macobra's guess was correct. And it is correct, and Macobra is about to steal this from Meaty Guy. And this is why World 8 is known as the Great Equalizer, Leslie. If this was a tournament race, Macobra's on the verge of stealing it.
Yeah, whether it be a tournament race or just a weekly, that is a turnabout as Macobra is about to steal it, and no one will ever know until it's too late.
That's right, because Meaty Guy's going to see that. Oh, the mac and cheese from Macobra. He nails both clips, and he is about to win this, folks. This is why Macobra is a past Randomizer tournament champion. You just can never, ever, ever count him out, Leslie. Hi, Bowser, and bye, Bowser. Get your GGs out for Macobra. He is the winner of our 4 featured runners in this week's Super Mario 3 Randomizer.
What a rally of a run. A gamble went awry, but he kept right on plugging, and he takes it home. Let me get the time for you. He takes it with an official time of 34 minutes, 25 seconds.
Meaty Guy going to be right behind him right now. Doesn't get the clip, so he'll just have to take the lift. I'll tell you what, though, High Flyer has definitely showed some skills. He's now going to enter World 8 as well, so he's definitely put on a very nice show tonight.
Oh, he definitely has. A Meaty Guy also getting the mac and cheese at the end.
S Diesel's in 6'9". It's very tough to get the wall jump when you're Big Mario. We'll see if he's able to get it, though, as Meaty Guy takes down Bowser here with the hammers, and get your GGs out for Meaty Guy. Led for a majority of this race, but in the end, World 8 plays role of Great Equalizer once again.
That it does, and that is basically how World 8 is.
I might have to give up. It's so hard with Big Mario. Alright, I give up.
And we are joined by Macobra.
Yeah, that jump
GG,
is really hard.
What a comeback.
Mario, but I'm also
GG, can y'all hear me alright?
Yep.
Oh, I hear you just fine.
Loud
Awesome.
and clear. Yeah, Macobra, well, it started back on World 4. You
visual
took
cues
gamble
I
by
used
not
for
playing
that
the fort at
are
start,
on
but
the ground,
unfortunately, that ended up
and
being
they're
the
not
fort you
showing
needed
up.
to play to build the bridge, and
The
that kind of put you
upscaling is actually
behind the 8 ball for much of this race against Meaty Guy DP. But World 8, being the Great Equalizer that it is, you made it up. You were within striking distance going into World 8. Meaty Guy had the lead, but you found the path quicker. You guessed correctly on 3F1, and you are tonight's winner, so well done.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Well, so that's what made the difference.
Yep.
Also, hi.
Yep, Meaty Guy DP, congratulations. A very well-performed race yourself. Just came down to World 8. You had the lead on Macobra for a big majority of this race. It started with World 4, where you played the fort closest to start. That ended up building the bridge. Macobra bypassed it, played 2 additional forts he didn't need to play. That set him back. He slowly gained ground on you as the rest of the race progressed, but you were still leading going into World 8 by a good minute or so. But just, we call World 8 the Great Equalizer for a reason. No lead is safe, and Macobra certainly showed it tonight.
Yeah, that was something else. I know when I got to I 50-50 the pipe in World 6 at the very beginning, I was considering going back for the Hammer Brothers to see if there was any hammers, but I just went straight ahead, hoping that there weren't. And then World 4, I was pretty confident after winning the 33-33-33 in World 4 as well, that helped quite a bit. I took my time to decide whether I wanted to use the hammer that I got from the end card or not in World 2. I wasn't sure. In the end, I did. And then right after that, I was like, oh, right, hammers break locks. I forgot. Well, let's hope
trying to shake off that rust, because you can't be doing that in a tournament race, because every second counts. You got to be decisive there, but hey.
Yeah. For sure. And then 2-3 kicked me around a little bit, too. I think I took 2 deaths.
Well, 2-3 was a nasty level. One of the levels that I think you bypassed, correct me if I'm wrong, BD Guy, 6-5? I think you bypassed that level.
Okay, I did. I know I clouded a level in World 3 after, because I knew I got the right fort to break the lock once I saw the other one there, so I was like, okay. And I know this pipe's to Wendy, so I just cloud the level right before and in between. Was that 6-5? I'm guessing
that might have been 6-5, because everybody else played that, and you were in for a nasty surprise. No, it wasn't Boss Bass, but on top, where you fly up to complete the level, we had a fire nipper, so you had to have the Koopa shell to take it down without getting sniped.
Oh boy, dodged the bullet there. Dodged the bullet there. Jeez.
And yeah, I had some rust going in there as well, because it took me like 3 tries to even get up to the top to see the fire nipper there, and then I just took care of him first try with the shell. Just nice.
That must have been a sigh of relief after that, I bet.
Oh yeah.
High Flyer's about to finish off 3F1. He just did, so he's going to be able to build that bridge. Yep. Finding 3F1 definitely was the ticket. We never did see that Final Four, because I think, was it Meaty Guy or Macobra? One of you saw it, and you kind of backed away from it, or unless it was blocked.
I think it was blocked by the lock. If I'm not mistaken,
blocked.
It was... I think it was the...
in the top area of the dark maze right there.
Right.
Yeah, I think it was there, which you can only get through going in the other pipe or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But I never went in that other pipe. I just found the first pipe, which needed one bridge. Which at that point, I was like, I took a gamble playing the tank and the hand stage right before it, hoping that it would be like the promised land. And I was like, oh, it sort of is. So, okay, just got to find the right fort. Took 3 tries, but yeah, that's for sure.
All right, ST's on his way to World 8, but High Flyer's just about to wrap up the seed here. He's got his Sledgehammer Bro suit here, going very carefully to get to the top. There's the Everyman's clip. Let's see if he's able to get the mac and cheese. Both Macobra and Meaty Guy got the mac and cheese. Oh, High Flyer does not get it, though.
That's a shame.
Yeah, my clips are pretty on point tonight. Second try, and both 7-1 and 7-6.
Oh, High Flyer having a little bit of trouble here. Let's see. Oh, he's going for the Meaty Guy clip here. Or the DLP clip, excuse me.
I was like, I have a clip? I don't know.
I'm sorry. I get you and you both have DP capitalized in your names. DLP clip is what I meant to say.
I know I did do a pipe clip in one of the airships, I think. I think it was what was it, the World 7 one, I think, or something?
Oh, that nasty laser there. But there's a star!
Oh, that'll be helpful.
Well timed on that one, no doubt.
And High Flyer just has to avoid one more. No laser there. It should be a free fight for High Flyer to finish this off. Hi, Bowser, and bye, Bowser. Get your GGs out for High Flyer. I must say, I was impressed by his performance tonight.
As was I. That was really solid.
Yeah, he's been streaming. He's been streaming Randomizer for a little bit now. He's been steadily getting better. So it's
yeah. So he's going to be new to the scene for the 2022 tournament. So yeah, I liked what I see from him, and he made some really good decisions throughout. Went for the fireworks when he absolutely needed to, because there was this time where he was down to just 1 life, so he needed to get the extra lives there. So I did like what I seen. You're absolutely right. If he continues to practice up and continues to keep at it, he might be somebody to watch for in the tournament.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And he was finished 3rd overall with a time of 41 minutes, 58 seconds.
By the way, how many people do we have? I know there's probably some runners who are offline that are in this race.
Yes, there's at least 1 runner offline.
Yeah, there's 5 runners in the weekly tonight. Yeah, and the one that's not on the restream, as far as I know, Craig SMB3 did finish with 4306. GG there.
Ah,
Absolutely.
nice dodge there by S Diesel. Another nice dodge to complete the World 5 beta.
So
Oh, no!
no!
He missed the card. Oh no! And then
With
gets
the
grabbed.
cord and then gets sniped by a spiny egg right to
Ouch.
the face.
Ouch.
It's kind of like watching a basketball game and you've got somebody on a fast break and they overshoot it past the rim. I've seen that before.
by the way, I really like the feel of getting a cloud right before Atlantis. There's like, yeah, here you go. Here's a present for you.
Yeah, that was
World
another
2.
thing. Makobra, you was just about to play Atlantis himself, and then he just realized, oh, wait a minute, I've got a cloud. Why do I need to play this level?
Yeah, just kind of rusty there. It's been a while since I touched a Mario 3 randomizer, so it took me a little bit. It's like, wait, I have a cloud. I can skip this. I don't have to play it.
Yeah, it is the factor of, oh, right. Okay.
Ooh, so now we're going to see, Super Tanks. By the way, Super Tanks with the Super Tanks icon, just not in its vanilla spot, so that's French vanilla.
Dang.
Whoops, got a little bit too up close and personal with that Rocky Wrench. He's going for the frog strats. I'm guessing he's probably going to intentionally get hit. He just wanted to have that extra power up. Unless he wants to try to beat it with the frog suit, why not?
I love the swag fraud strats.
Oh, I do too.
Master would approve.
And
This was fun.
Nice. I know Makobra has completed a couple of runs with the frog suit at the end, so Makobra's no stranger to using frog suits in World 8. Oh, that was a close call there. Keeping the frog suit intact.
Ribbit.
Nice.
And we do have High Flyer here in the commentators booth with us. GG. I must say, I know you're not maybe as seasoned as the other pros here in tonight's weekly, but I liked what I saw from you tonight. I thought your gameplay was pretty solid. You made some good decisions, as unfortunately S Diesel lost his frog suit, got hitboxed by that large cannonball. But yeah, I was very impressed by your gameplay tonight.
Oh, thank you. I'm still learning this whole randomizer thing. I normally just speed run warpless, but this is definitely something I do enjoy doing. So
yeah, that experience playing the warpless definitely paid off, and it definitely shows in your skills there. And you had some good clips as well. I think you got a second try clip with the tail in
Yes.
7-6, so that was very impressive indeed.
Oh, that's always good feels.
yes.
I love when that happened.
Yeah, I entered the level. I was like, oh, I mean, what kind of helps is that I was doing for fun on New Year's Eve the Pacifist Tanuki speed run, so I kind of had some practice with that.
That definitely helped you tonight.
Yeah, it definitely did.
I went in that level with a Tanuki. I was like, no, I'm gonna take a death and just go big. I don't want to be stuck for 3-4 minutes maybe. Timer goes bye.
Yeah.
I've done it before, but it's a stressful thing. It's a stressful clip for me.
Well, S Diesel just got picked off by the hand. That ended up being 1-2. He's got to find 3F1.
Yeah, I think he's gotten himself turned around a little bit, which does happen in World 8 from time to time.
Oh yeah, if you're not keeping a good track of where the pipes lead you to, it's easy to get turned around, get lost, and things like that. You never like to see that, but yeah, this is the level that he has to play. This is 3F1. That'll be his ticket to build that bridge. Nice shot. Let's take it down, Boo.
I believe it was the Navy, if I recall correctly. It's 3F1.
Yes.
Navy tile. Yeah, when I saw that there, I was like, I feel like I'm gonna have to get there. Just looking at me.
Sure enough,
saying, yep.
that was what you needed.
Yeah. No, this was a lot of fun. It felt nice coming back to the weekly. It's been a little while, that's for sure. Like Macobra, it's been a while since took part in a weekly. I've done a few races here and there for fun, but a weekly, it's been a while. It's been a while, so it was nice to come back to it. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Gotta warm up for the next tourney. I wonder when it's going to be. Definitely very, very excited about it.
Oh, for sure, because I know I'm looking forward to the next one for sure. To see can S Diesel and myself both have better runs than we did in our respective Challenge Cup runs, which for context, S Diesel lost in the semifinals to the eventual winner, Ryko Rider. Gee, who did he play in the finals? Just
Do some
saying.
research. You have to do some research.
I'm kidding. It was me in that final, and it was a lot of fun, so I'm definitely looking forward to hopefully putting down a better run this time around, but we shall see.
Well, as they say, Leslie, practice makes perfect. So if you're looking to get back into the tournament this year, you gotta get back into shape.
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt.
For sure,
All right, so here's S Diesel now in Bowser's Castle with the Hammer Bro suit. We've seen 3 kills. Let's see if we can see a 4th one. And the bottom path, having that star, definitely helping out High Flyer there at the end. But a little bit of trouble there as S Diesel does get the everyman's clip. Now let's see if he can. Oh no! He takes a dive into the lava!
Oh my gosh!
And the judges are holding up cards. I see 8, 8.5, 7.5, 8,
And I see a
7.5.
card that says, F.
My score
That's
is.
how I feel.
My score will be the ragu score, the spaghetti sauce with a salad on the side. Yeah, tasty lava. Tasty lava score. AKA 9 out of 10, I guess. I do like me some spaghetti sauce.
Pasta does
And
sound
spaghetti.
good right about now, actually.
I'm a regular Mario. Pasta is one of my favorites, so... Yep. If I give you a score of pasta, that means it's good.
Oh,
This might be still...
It might be killed.
Yeah, because that jump was early. He bonked, and back in he goes.
You wanted another score.
7-11? I don't know. Speaking of tilth, 2-3 almost got me going too on that one.
Oh yeah, 2-3 was nasty as it usually is in Randomizer because it seems like more often than not you see Boss Bass, and Boss Bass did cause problems for most of our runners tonight.
Well, if Boss Bass doesn't cause problems in that level, the Angry Sun can easily do that too. I know from experience.
Yeah, any enemy that's like just sticks around kind of enemy in that level, it will cause you problems. Like,
well, we're about to
especially
see
at
what
the end.
kind of garbage we have here in the top path in terms of fireballs and lasers.
As long as they're all visible.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
the infamous no laser at the end. Actually, tame. That was a tame top route there.
Nice.
Because top route tends to typically be garbage, but the bottom route I think was less tame, but it was, it's mitigated.
Yeah, the star.
The star was there. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how many fireballs there were on that one race. Probably like 7 or 8 or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. When you see those kind of fireballs and they're kind of scattered where they're pretty much unavoidable, that's just the way Randomizer works. One more ground pound. Down he goes. Get your GGs out for S Diesel. Completes the Randomizer for this week.
GG. That's everyone. If I recall correctly.
That indeed is everybody. You're right.
Oh.
And the time on that was a 52:10.
Nice. I wonder if S Diesel will join us for an interview as well.
We'll see. So what were some other moments that kind of caught you off guard during tonight's race, or kind of either things that went right, things that went wrong? What were some things? Anybody if you want to go over anything, I love to hear it.
I do have a question. And the answer is like 99% yes, I'm sure. In World 4, was 7F2 in one of those other two forts?
You better believe it was.
It
7F2
was.
was paired with 7F1 and 6F1, because I was making a wager that World 1 was going to be there because, that is considered the throwaway fort, and it wasn't there. It ended up being somewhere else. And 4F1 didn't pair up with 4F2. That's another oddity. 4s and 7s forts love to pair up. 3 and 5 don't like to pair up very often.
I got 1F somewhere. I don't remember where exactly, but I know it was in there's.
2.
I want to say it was around in the middle. I think.
World 2.
Okay.
I believe it was 1, and I want to say 6F2 was the other fort in World 2. So if you used your hammer, you never saw those forts. But if you didn't use your hammer, those were the 2 that were there.
Makes me wonder if there's other certain forts that like to pair up together that are like not from the same world.
That's
I've never really taken the time to really analyze that.
Nor
It's just
have I. I only look for matches, not mismatches. So yeah, that's a possibility.
There's might be like maybe 2 likes to pair up with like 5F2. I don't know, but it'd be very informative to actually see if that's the case. That would definitely play a part if that's more knowledge for future races for sure.
All right, I just got word S Diesel will decline an interview tonight. So again, GG to S Diesel for a fine performance.
GG.
GG.
Yep, GG's to all the runners tonight.
Likewise, that was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to racing some more, for sure. As for when, not sure, but still looking forward to it. Always.
Same here.
For sure. Good to go back in the swing of things.
I just have a lot of learning to do.
Just by playing the game more, you'll install more data in the memory bank, and it'll just come naturally. Like there's certain things that even after all this time, there's certain things that I'm able to do more easily than other times. It's pretty wild. It's just automatic now. Pretty good feels. I should really try some vanilla runs. I'd probably be able to PB without too much trouble. With 3 hands.
Yeah, the old
Yeah, for
equalizer,
sure.
the old run kill. You really hate to see it in a long run like that, where you have to deal with the hands. You're 50 minutes in, an hour in, or whatever, and you're on a great PB pace, and all of a sudden, wham, triple hands.
Yeah.
Or the run's a throwaway, and look, no hands.
As the game knows.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Trying to get no wrong warp any percent right now. I have not gotten no hands yet. Best I've done is 1. Haven't gotten to the end either with a good time.
Well, how many attempts do you think you've done on the bridge, meaty guy? I mean, you would think the law of averages, 1 out of every 8, you're gonna have no hands.
Jeez, I think I've gotten there. I haven't tried that many times. I think I've probably tried like 15 times. or
Ask
something
Mitch
like that.
Flower Power those odds.
What do you think Mitch would say? 1 out of 100?
I watched
Yeah, that's
him
what
grind
seems
that
like.
for a bit. It's crazy. You would think so, but no, it's
Yeah. Believe me, I speedrun a video game that has a ton of RNG, and you have to win a lot of coin flips to get the desired time. And believe me, 1 out of 100, I would take 1 out of 100.
Opportunity, and then the nerves go in full force.
Exactly.
Ooh.
That's the thing. That's the thing about speedrunning is that you got to be prepared for that one golden ticket where the RNG flows well, and you got to make sure that when you get to that last part of the game, you execute to the best of your abilities to secure either that PB or that world record.
Yeah, I still got some practice to do in 8-1 and 8-2. That's for sure, and probably 8F2 is. What am I talking about? 8F.
8F2. Don't get
Oh,
front any
God.
ideas.
Yeah, there's some things we should not give, and that's spread any idea.
I mean, I guess you could technically call Bowser's Castle 8F2, I suppose.
Fred, are you watching?
Well, he might be. He
Disregard.
might not be.
Disregard. I'm just doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. Though fan levels within a rando, that would be fun. But anyway, that's probably another train for another day.
I think you just got busted.
Yep.
Well, I guess I'll just take it. Hey, AF2, this is my fault.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now it'll forever be known as the meaty guy for it.
Yes.
It's got a bunch of music notes for graphics. Yeah, sure, why not?
Exactly.
I'd be down with that.
Well, in any event, I have no other questions. All three of you played extremely well tonight, and if we do see you in the tournament, I expect we do see you in this year's randomizer tournament. Practice up, and hey, we'll look forward to it.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great.
For sure.
I'll definitely
Sure
take
will.
part. Yeah.
I know I'm there.
Oh yeah.
But of course, I do a bit of double duty, so hey, it's a balancing act for the community.
Balancing is always a good skill to have.
All right, GG to all three of you tonight. Thank you very much for joining us this week, and we hope to see you in a future weekly.
Yep. Thank
Likewise.
you.
Same thing.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. And with that, Laws, I'd say it's just about time to wrap things up.
Absolutely, but before we do again, please make sure you follow all four of our runners, Macobra52, Meaty Guy DP, S Diesel, and High Flyer. And of course, we've got Leslie Pro 04 on the commentary booth with us, who's also a Mario 3 randomizer runner. Please make sure you give him a follow as well. So, on behalf of our racers and on behalf of our commentators, for everybody here on Speed Gaming this week, I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23. Thanks for joining us. We will see you again next time for another exciting edition of Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer.
2 weeks. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Until then, enjoy AGDQ 2022. Have a good night, folks, and stay hype.
Take care, everybody.
Have a good night.